Welcome to Jess Williamson, the podcast, your go-to podcast for raw and inspiring messages from myself and other female entrepreneurs all around business and mindset. I am an award-winning business and mindset coach and serial entrepreneur, having scaled 5 successful businesses. I bring my unique and deep perspectives on helping you unleash your unique superpowers and build the life and business of your dreams. Let's get into today's episode. Hello, I have just been to the beach. It is like the most beautiful sunny day here in Perth, and as I was driving back, I was listening to some music on Spotify and I was like, oh my gosh, there's just nothing good. And I kept skipping the songs. And then I was thinking to myself, maybe I should just switch to the radio, because when the radio plays shit songs, I actually don't mind as much. And what that made me realize was that this is actually showing up in business as well. A lot of times I've seen discussions happening or just working with clients or even in my own experiences where we forget how good we have it. Like, even imagine maybe 10 years ago when Netflix didn't exist and you would have to go all the way to the video shop, choose from the selection of maybe 1,000 or so videos, choose one of those movies to watch on a Friday night. The rest of the time you had to watch what was on TV. And that was like a fun outing. And now we sit on Netflix and we scroll and we scroll and we scroll and we're like, oh, nothing to watch. This is shit. We've had to spend 10 minutes scrolling and then we choose something. It's kind of a crazy time that we live in, that we almost expect everything to happen so instantly. And I wanted to share this because I think it's a good reset and a good reminder for us in how that's possibly showing up in business. How often do you feel deflated because you see someone else making more money than you online? And you feel like then your income seems insignificant or not even worthy of a celebration? How often have you been promoting your offer or selling or just doing business, right? Doing the thing, and you're not hitting your goals as fast as you'd like. And then we step into this entitled feeling of no one's buying, it must be them. What is the problem? My business isn't going as fast as I'd want. But when we put it into logical reality, the other solution might be maybe to work in a job. Could you imagine if someone in a job, and like I'm even imagining myself back when I used to work full time, which was like 6+ years ago now, but I remember it so well, and I was earning less than 40K a year. I was argue with my boss that they were underpaying me. Funny story, they were underpaying me because they called me like 2 weeks ago saying we owe you 15K. But that's a story for another day. Imagine if you were in a full-time job and every single day you went to the job and you said, I'm not going to work today because you're not just giving me the money that I want. Like, it just wouldn't be a thing. It just wouldn't be a thing. So why do we put up one post or sell our offer once or twice or market it or whatever it is that you're doing in business right now? And then when our goal hasn't come instantly, we're like, right, I'm not doing it. I'm going to give up. I'm going to burn this all to the ground. It's like this entitled energy that comes through, because here's the difference. We have control. And when we have control, our ego plays a part. There is no one else to blame but you. In a job, you can blame a nasty boss. You can blame the shit company. You can blame anyone else because you actually don't have control. You can't walk in and be like, hey, you're just going to give me $500,000 this year because that's how much I feel like I'm worthy of. But in business, self-worth plays a part. Mindset plays the biggest part. But a huge part of it is going to be the ego. Because when you try super hard and things don't come, the only person there to blame is you. And so we go into autopilot, into saving face, and we blame our audience. Oh, my audience can't afford what I'm selling. I need to wait until I've got a better audience. Or, oh, I don't have a big enough audience. When I have a bigger audience, then I'll be able to make more money and sell what I'm doing. So for now, I'm just going to wait, worry about getting likes and getting validation in other ways instead of actually putting yourself out there or doing the deep inner work, which this is why I am so passionate about doing mindset work. And this is not just mindset work on, oh, you feel a bit shit, let's go and make you feel better. It's like, what is the deeper reason? What is the deeper story that you have created around what the lack of results mean, around keeping your ego safe, around so many deeper things? With my clients, we are unearthing some seriously deep things. Even for me in my own life, I realized that the need to be liked, the people pleasing, all of these things were playing a part that I wasn't even conscious of. And this is where the hard part sets in, because quite often it is happening subconsciously and you're not even aware of it because your conscious mind is hiding that away from you. It's protecting your ego. So your conscious mind says, sounds great, Jess, but it really is my audience. Sounds great, Jess, but it really is the fact that I have kids and I just can't, have that much freedom. I've had a coach in the past who is a single mum of 3 kids, and she's bringing in bare minimum $2 million a year and having so much freedom and fun. I had a client who is a single mum of 6, and she was building her 2 incredible businesses and found enough time to go on a solo hike and do these beautiful things for herself. But these things only happen when we see ourselves at the deepest level, when we fully understand why things are happening. Because if we go back to my example of me listening to Spotify music and feeling negatively around, oh my gosh, there are no good songs right now. And that simply came because I had so many options and I had full control. And we step into this entitled energy. But if I was listening to the radio, I probably would be like, well, that's just how it is. This song is actually quite good. But if that same song came on Spotify, I would be pretty annoyed or I would skip it. So I wanted this to just be a little bit of a reminder that you actually get to choose. You actually get to choose how you feel about your business. You get to choose the results that you create in your business. The only thing standing in your way is firstly a shift in perspective, but even deeper than that, seeing yourself and the reasons why you do things certain ways. And that only comes with doing the deeper mindset work, the ego work, seeing the shadows, seeing the deeper limiting beliefs and stories that you have created. And so this is something I am so passionate about. I honestly teach this in all of my programs. Even if it is a strategy-based program, like a sales or marketing program, guess what? There is a huge chunk of it that is going to be deeper mindset work. In my one-on-one containers, we do the strategy, but the strategy actually becomes so much easier. My clients move so much faster when we deep dive into this stuff, when they show up with such vulnerability and with such self-honesty. And I am honestly so damn grateful for the incredible clients that I do get to work with because they show up every damn time, no matter how uncomfortable it is. So my last question to you is, what are you currently avoiding? What are you currently avoiding having to see or accept within yourself because it's so much easier to blame the audience, blame the business, blame everything else? And take back control, because when you have control over how you feel about things, over your results, then magic actually gets to happen. All of the success that I built till now has not been by accident, has not been because I have some special unicorn audience, which my audience are incredible, but it's because I did the work. And the work is not to hustle your ass off until it happens. The work is to see yourself on that deepest level. So I hope this has shifted something for you. And if it has, please share this podcast with a friend, share it to Instagram stories, give me a tag, and I would love to hear how this has shifted some things for you. If you feel called to come and work with me, then there's always new ways that I am dropping to work with me. So come and send me a DM and we can have a bit of a chat, and I would just love to get to know you on a deeper level as well. But I hope you have the most amazing day, and I will see you next time.